Okay, and we are back. Uh, so last time I left this off, I was staring down the barrel of a puzzle of some kind. If I remember correctly, I picked up like a music box as well as like a little visual indicator of how the puzzle's supposed to work. But I went back up there and nothing seemed to trigger other than Koudelka referring back to the image she saw that connected with the puzzle. So I'm not sure if I'm like solving incorrectly or if there's just like more that I have to pick up. I feel like I've explored everything in the new areas pretty decently. Like the children won't accept the toys I found. So I can't seem to get their key that they have yet. So the only other thing that comes to mind is that the game just opened up this shortcut for us. So maybe there's something back in previous areas that I can unlock or use or something to that effect that'll help me get past the floor puzzle. Actually, now that I say that, uh, check the map and see what is considered. So I still believe the check mark means you've done everything you need to do here. I'm still not 100% sure about the X's. The X's would make me think that you're not done with that room. But I know that the one over here is the room where the game starts. And as I recall, there's like nothing of interest in this room. Unless perhaps later we get some way to like climb back up to the top or something. Maybe. I don't think I have any like items, for example, that I could use. Plus, I'll use Daniel's arm. That'll get me up on top of the loft here for sure. Plus, I'm pretty sure everything I've run into so far in the game is like you don't have to use uh, an item on it. Like if you have it and you press the action button, it will do its thing. So I think if I can't interact with anything, then either it isn't interactable or I don't have what I need yet. This is interesting enemy. Is this a hanged man with like two heads stitched onto the side of his head? Ooh. Let's hit him with the flare. And I have Edward move. I think I want to change his weapon. Because last time I was streaming, somebody told me that these vital weapons can't take anything below 0 HP. Get him with the reach. Oh, he was very weak. I guess that's fine. It's technically the first room in the game. I've been trying to think a lot about like what the strategy is for combat going forward. Um because I was absolutely stomping everything at first, but then like the last boss fight, the thief or whatever, was like suddenly a huge difficulty spike. Um and I'm trying to figure out what logic works for this game. And like my current thought is that like Koudelka just keeps specking into magic and she'll be the damage dealer. And I'll keep specking into magic with James and then just maybe have him play healer. So I'll just keep stacking his magic stats and agility, same build sort of as Koudelka. And then like I don't know, Edward just stands in the way of things. Okay, well that's new. You don't need the red key anymore. You throw away the red key. I'm always glad when a game, survival horror style game, or adventure game, whatever, has you just completely get rid of items that are no longer useful to you, so you don't have to like keep questioning whether or not I'm gonna have to use the red key somewhere else. All right, well maybe what we need is in this room. Oops, not heal. Magic. And I don't know. I don't know how reasonable it is to ever level these spells up. It seems to take a decent amount of time. Thwack it. It's so curious, like what what counts as like, or what determines damage or not. Because like Edward has tons of strength. That mace wasn't very impressive. Like mace did like 130, and then Koudelka like busts the table up with 1400. It really feels like Edward is maybe just like, unless you spec him into Magic too, that like he's just sort of a tank. Which, to be fair, he does that. He does all right with that. Maybe just give him an item that like really buffs his HPs. Magic. Earth magic seems to work all right on furniture. It's an earthquake. They weren't nailed down. Yeah, that damage is so funny how damage is calculated in this game. Like once you have a modest amount of magic investment, everything else is just very unimpressive. Speaking of, keep on keeping on here. I'll get her up to 20 for vitality. Why not? Try to maybe, like I don't have any good basis for it, but like maybe try to keep her out of one-shot territory or something. And I figure we just keep on with the physical stats spread for Edward. That is a lot of bread. I guess there's not going to be like an item store probably, right? So like, you better get your items from the random battles. Dragon statue. I can't see any reason why I would ever not pick it up. Anything else in here? There's a fire burning in the hearth. Ooh, I see. This looks like ammo to me. Yeah, rifle rounds. I don't think I have a rifle yet, though. Or do I? Is that what? No, I do. A picture of a sinking ship. Looks like an axe has been lodged in said picture as well. Oh, okay. I'll have to hold that thought. So they're... Okay, no, they haven't acted yet. I was going to say they're fairly adjacent. I wonder if it would bounce between them. I still kind of think they might need to be level 2 to bounce. Man. What are you doing taking all that damage for, Edward? What do I keep you around for? It's gonna find the guy I want to heal last. Okay. At least he's starting to heal for a decent amount. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just make James party healer. Get him to level up his heal spells. No, Edward must have leveled up his blunt weapons to be taking 2 hits. Not that it did a whole lot anyway. It almost seems fairly reliable. Like, Koudelka's second turn, she'll be able to instant cast. Well, this knight's made out of sterner stuff than some of the others. Waiting for this silly weapon to break. Masterful play, sir. No, he's paralyzed. It's so, not that move. It's so interesting that, no! Okay, whatever. That there's, like, cursor memory for magic other people use. Okay. And he needs more agility. He's got enough vitality. Oh, is that just armor? Just random drop armor? Interesting. What's the right button here? Yeah, Earth Chainmail. Ooh. You know, I want to say that it should go to Edward because he's kind of our tank, but then again, this will just theoretically a good shortcut for Koudelka to get more HP without having to invest any further in vitality. Valna's doll. Okay, so the little lion thing I found earlier, not not one of the dolls. So there's probably 2 dolls I need to get because there was 2 kiddos. Found mask. Yep. Why not? Why not take the mask? Ooh.
Hey, what's this? The Princess Alice? She was a pleasure boat that went down in a terrible accident in the Thames. This one too. And this one. What's going on? They're all the Princess Alice. What is going on?
Yeah, straight back to it. I'm gonna go out on a limb from the drowned child imagery that our ghost may have drowned in a shipwreck of some kind. And I guess that's the kind of medium Koudelka is. I don't know. She seems like she does a bunch of things, but like, there's like the idea of the mediums who like they can read an item, or those who can do seance stuff, whatever. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched Supernatural. I'm not up to date. Move on up, Eddie. And we'll have you attack, you know, for fun. There's definitely a universe where I could, like, heal the enemies so that I could just, like, keep training skills off of one battle or something, but, that's not the universe we live in, but I can see that it exists. And wait. At least you can see the improvement you get from even 1 point. Yeah, seems like every time second turn Koudelka can instant cast. That guy definitely seems to be a little resistant to tornado though. Or magic, I don't really know. I don't really know if they like have elemental resistances or if it's just like I resist physical and or magic. Can't possibly attack from here, right? Yeah. Keep training that heal, buddy. Try rocks. See if rocks do more damage. No, they don't. Not really, anyway. Maybe just magic resistant in general. I mean, for when those come up, we've been saving up plenty of ammo, so should be fine nonetheless. We keep on with agility? I think we keep on with agility. Which is not a luck stat believer, you know? I'm ideologically opposed. Nothing over here. Okay. So let's check our Mapperino. See if that X has turned into a... No. Fascinating. That's still... But I have a check mark on the picture room, but not on... Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the X just means, like, story event? I don't know. If I go... Let me get all the way up here so the map shifts. So... If I go down the hallway, there's really nothing for me to see. Because it's all check marks. So... What does this dragon statue go to? I think we ended up with a lion statue as well. I thought it was a toy, but maybe it was just a statue. We have a mask. Let's examine it. Mask depicting a native god, set to protect its owner from gremlins and other weak evil spirits. Antique bisque? I don't know. I don't know how you say that word. Doll with somewhat melancholy look on its face. The words to my dear daughter Valna are written on the bottom of one of its shoes. Looks like it's mounted to his... Okay, dragon statue. Heavy brass object d'art? I don't know. I don't have the French. Depicting an ascending dragon. It has large gouges in it as if it had been forcefully shoved into a container or opening of some sort. Music box. Hymn of the Angels carved on the inside of... So yeah, I have a lion statue. I see. Heavy metal object depicting the lion has large gouges that have been forcefully... Okay, so like obviously these two statues fit into something. I don't know what. Designed to be used with a printing press. Since the image is drawn in reverse, it's hard to determine what it is. Appears to be some kind of map. And I still don't have any way to hold the acid for use in the room downstairs, so I guess I'll give the puzzle room another shot. See if anything's changed. But I don't remember there being any anything that looks like you could have put statues into. And I'm trying to remember back further if there was anything that fits the bill. What could this design mean? So I see a red line goes through triangle, I don't know, cup, beaker, 4, and then the blue line passes through the yin yang, the star, the sun, and the Japanese character. Art looks like it was... How... Is there like some sort of reverse order we could go into? Like yin yang, star, 4, beaker, cup, triangle, sun. Nope. That didn't seem to work. If I look around the room, I don't get any prompts at all. Triangle. There's no way to jump directly to the yin yang. So it's like that would have to go in reverse, which doesn't make any sense. And there's like there's no indicator when you step on anything that like you're accomplishing anything here. So it's like hard for me to tell if the room isn't activated yet. Let me look at the picture again. Which I snapped a copy of on my phone. It's weird that the blue lines, like there's The blue lines almost seem to be like bordered. Like there's a blue line that goes through the symbols, like the red line that Koudelka recalls. And there's like blue lines that pass in between the symbols. I struggle to believe that there's such a thing as like it including you passing through the middle. Like I'm pretty sure you're on the tile, you're on the tile. That's a curious one. I guess. Let's see. Maybe the map will help us out here. Okay. It's really weird that it shows a check mark on the room with the puzzle. I guess it probably just refers to items, maybe? So even though there's an unsolved puzzle, as long as there's can't carry any more of this item. I bet you this jerk's pistol rounds have something to do with why there's still an X there. But that's also troubling, right? Because if it's only accounting for items and not puzzles, then that makes it harder to track stuff. It's gonna be a backtracking stream. I was really hoping that oh my gosh, I'm like right on the border of where it's changing the scene. I was trying to go into like this upper corner with like the pots and the boxes, but like it really doesn't like me trying that, so we'll give up on that front. We're just gonna have to map Andy this thing. Just keep whipping it out. It's very weird the way it has it set up here, but I think I understand what I'm looking at. If I have to, I'll whip out a guide, but I'd really rather not have to do that. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Kind of want to run from the battles too. After that last boss fight, I get the impression that I don't. That if I run from too many battles, I'll be in big trouble later on. Move them on under. Strictly speaking, nobody needs healing, but what if I don't know. Nah, if I'm not going to use those abilities, there's no point. Hello, Red. I appreciate it. I'm better off leveling some random weapon skill than a spell I'll never use, I think. Oh, yeah, that's an effective way to attack. That spell memory kills me. Jeez. Yeah, you better die after that much. Oop, 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 oop. Another interesting thing is if piety prevents beneficial spell effects, does that include healing? And if so, then James really has to keep improving his mind so that he can hit party members, so to speak, that have high piety like Koudelka. Is this thing in the corner or anything? You see 4 marks lined up. Oh boy. Another piece of the puzzle, eh? Okay, that actually might... That might help me out. Let's snap a picture, because using one's memory is overrated. I didn't spend hundreds of dollars to use my memory. Ooh, do I want to just go straight back, though? I doubt that accounts for every symbol. What do we have? 12 symbols that have some kind of instruction on them now. And this guy... it's an interesting question in terms of, like, what order you're supposed to hit them. I'm kind of expecting that the way the puzzle will make sense is it'll naturally lead you along a path to every symbol, and it's just about, like, following that path strictly. Yeah, because if I come down here, we're just looking at a bunch of cleared rooms except for the door I can't open because... Oh, what? Okay. Because of the green key. I do see that that door is marked in green, so at least I know now what I didn't know before. Is that, if there's a door you can't get through and there's a color assigned to that door, it's for a corresponding key. Because the last door that opened with the red key was colored red, which is just sort of, an unfortunate coincidence that it's a survival horror standard for locked doors to generically be color-coded as red on maps. Whoopsie. Okay, well, at least the room's not too far away. Technically, nothing is too far away so far. Like, it's a pretty cozy environment to explore around in. The only thing that makes trips... If you speak of evil. The only thing that makes trips go or take longer is the random battle system. One of these days I'll get her agility high enough that she can just immediately cast at the start of the battle. Poor Jane, or no, poor Edward has really kind of lost his role. Like, unless I find some super sick weapon that he works well with. Oh, man. Okay. Tornado didn't do so hot, so let's try the Earth spell. Much better. Okay, so there's definitely confirms like elemental resistances are actually implemented in this combat system. And I guess I could have Edward cast offensive spells too, just to kill time on some rounds. Even if they probably won't live long enough. Edward's mace broke. Oh, the weapons, they always be breaking. This is a good thing that Koudelka and James are becoming weapon agnostic if Edward's gonna need all of them. More the nuts. Perfect. Alright, what's your next piece of gear, Edward? You know what? This normal life has lived far too long of a life. It's time to consign it to the flames. Alright. So she references the box. She does not reference the other thing I found, though, which is kind of interesting. And as expected, we haven't actually found every symbol yet. But let's work with what we've got. Let's see. Triangle, cup, beaker, 4. And we have... I guess we could probably process of elimination it, though. So I'm not connected to directly anyway to any of the other items. Ooh, interesting. So what if we did this? No, that doesn't work at all. Not in any way that makes sense. Because then you have to do... It's the same as what was written on the pillar in the first floor. What is going on with this? That's so crazy. Like, she doesn't comment on it until she got near it? What is going on? So we have a total of 4 icons that we haven't seen referenced anywhere. And they are not conveniently together. It's this arrow thing, this moon thing, this picture, and the hourglass looking thing. We need to try something or confirm something. So we walk in and she says, "Oh, hey, remember all this then." It's like either of these two can be stepped on at any time. Like I can do this, this. I can do this, and then this. And then this, this. comment on that. Then what? Do it like this? I can't even get over to these symbols without stepping on something again. It's truly not making any sense to me. Damn. Either this is like extremely obtuse, or I still have to find more symbols somewhere. What I guess I'll do, to be fair, to be sporting, is I'll give the area a final once over. I think we'll take the shortcut because I should be able to make a decent loop that way. And if I don't find anything else that makes any sense, it doesn't help, then it might be guide time to figure out that puzzle. Because I'm just not going to spend forever trying to understand what they wanted from me there. So I know if I go to the end of the hallway, I can get to the dungeon. And then downstairs, there's the garden and a few other areas. I mean, shoot, if I'm going to be thorough, I guess I got to go check the third floor again. Although I'm pretty sure that's done. Nothing appears interactable. Mashing the action button, of course, but I'm getting a whole lot of nothing from up here. Alright, we go back down. We go back down. Then I guess I gotta go down to the couples area and see if I missed anything on there, because I don't think that connects to anywhere else. Then I can go back upstairs. Against the right target, Edward could still do damage. Which is to say, the weakest targets. X. No, I'm committed to breaking that knife now. You can have the axe once you've destroyed your knife, Edward. Okay. The stupid couple's room claimed that there was still an item in it. Or something. Yeah. What do we got? Really comb the environment here. Oh, buddy. Good luck knowing that was interactable. You found a badge. You got badge. Of course, that doesn't help me with anything that I'm aware of, but I do have it now. Where is it? That's weird. They're like multiple. There's not. Oh, it's just another. It's another equipable, man. Hmm. Weird that it had its own little graphic and all that. The water badge. I guess if I use it as a air ring replacement, it's strictly better. Which means... How do you interact with these two items? Nothing's straight up better for you. Should still be the case here, too. Yeah. Oh, oh no, those are... Okay. Fair enough. Then we hit the map. Still an X, eh? What other secrets are you hiding, old couple? Really just stick to the environment like glue here. Are those still bullets or something on the... Looks like there's something interactable there. I'm not getting any bites off of it. That's weird. What I should have done is, never mind any puzzle or anything. I should have looked up, like, see if there's any information to confirm, like, how the map, function works. Like, what all its, symbols mean. Oh, we'll keep on keeping on with this. No farther, my friend. I goofed it. You only get one chance to move. Speaking of... Sure. Join in the fun. Top spec for property damage. Well, you'll get there eventually, James. I think he could have already attacked there, but we'll deny him his right to shuffle. Do, do, do. Everybody gets a level. Okay. Seriously, what's still going on in this room? Maybe if I don't know, this might be weird. Maybe if I leave the room and then check the map? No. How much do I want to kill myself trying to figure out what that means? And like, how likely is it to find extra pieces for that floor puzzle too far back? Probably not likely, but nah. The more I think about it, the more I feel like I ought to just commit, give the place the once over. Nothing over here. Okay, okay, okay. Just let me leave, Koudelka. This is one of those games where movement also closes the dialogue box. And I'm just in the habit of like already having my stick pointing the direction I want to move and then pressing the action button to close the box. And then that's how you get a loop. That's how you get stuck in a loop. As I recall, these guys don't like the rock spell. Well, that's not ideal. I should have thought about that. That's pretty funny. When it would have been her time to cast a spell, it kind of brings up a limited actions menu. Kind of reminds me of like being able to take extra turns in Rogue Trader. How there's a lot of abilities that will proc like a limited additional turn that you can only do so much with. Plenty of items. I'm pretty sure. Come on. Pretty sure this room said it was cleared out for as much as we believe that kind of thing. Oh, Herb Garden. It's been so long. You don't have any hidden codes lying about, do you? So funny that that's a step up. The interesting things people find time to code for. Nope, nothing in here. And I don't see anything resembling our floor code in here either. Was this over this way? Should be another door. Yeah. Oh, right. There was this well. Wonder if I can do anything with that at this point. Kind of forgot about it. There's a light coming from below. There must be a room underground. That's all you got to say about that? If any item I had worked with it, I'm pretty sure it would have let me know. To have our casters cast. Rather they get the EXP than Edward running up and knifing it. No items. Itemless in exchange. Just making extra sure here. And new. Maybe from the basin up top there's an interaction, but not feeling like it. Nope. Nope. Oh, that's this floor pretty much covered, except for the stupid couples room that I can't figure out what I'm missing on. Like I've stuck to every wall and hit the action button, and I got nothing. Fuck. One more pass for thoroughness. Like the table's done, right? Like, probably won't one-shot these. Yes, he will. No, he won't. He didn't attack twice that time. Let us continue to practice our heal spell. Yeah, obviously doesn't really need it, but you know. 2,000. It's pretty high too. The random battles wouldn't feel too bad. Like, I'm not a huge hater of random battles in general. But it would feel a lot better if it didn't take so long for actions to happen between, like, you know, cast time animations, but also how it, like, has to reload every actor on the map after you cast magic. I think if those were made a little bit choppy, or not choppy, or quicker, it would, well, chop sort of choppier. Would definitely make it feel not as bad to be stuck doing random battles all the time. And that's part of like that's a good ingredient, right? To, like having a game where the grind isn't inherently unfun or anything like that. Is to make sure it's nice and speedy to do. Because at the end of the day, and like I obviously super respect what they did with the graphics on this game. For you know being 1998 on the PlayStation 1. But at the end of the day, like I hate to see certain aspects of the game sacrificed at like the altar of graphical fidelity. This room looks like it's got nothing for me. There's the chicken room. Really? No floor puzzle codes written in the entrails? I do love that they have like animated, or not animated, they've drawn like like feathers all over the floor of this area. You must respect that, I think. Hit him with the Eddie Shuffle. You know, I'm wondering if that night that I fought in the pantry in the couple's room, that might not have been it might have been a scripted fight because he was way stronger. Not strong, but way stronger than all the other knights we've run into. It would make sense given that he gave uh, armor, which is not something we found at all anywhere else yet. Nothing around here. Gate. The Donjon. Fair enough. Maybe that locked chest back here is opened with I think that chest mentioned a combination, but heck, maybe it's opened with these statues. No, it's a 4-digit combo. Oh, really? She's letting me enter in the number now, huh? Nothing happened. You could try a different combination. Well, I don't remember anything referring to a combination, so let's see. This is something about Hymn of the Angels. Class piece. No. What about the reed? All I've got here is the old letter, which just doesn't tell me anything, I believe. Anyway. And I'm pretty sure this room is cleaned out totally. The enemies also maybe could die a little faster. That would be considerate of them. Okay. I see a dresser, all right. Yeah, nothing in here. All right, see if we can climb down into the hole. Should still be possible. I wonder if we could just jump down the hole that we come into around here. This is so weird to me. This is clearly a door. It's hard to read, but yeah, it's it's hard to read, but I guess that's not a door. Yeah, I don't see anything there. Okay, so we got a save room here. I don't know if we can expect there to be priest quarters. Not sure we can expect to find anything here. Yeah, I believe this is the area where we fell through. That's a lot of furniture. I mean, there was a lot of furniture in the room. That's fair play. Maybe I double back and check the end of the hallway in case there was something down there. I just missed it last time because it shoved me down the hole. Hit it twice. Nice. Hey, there he goes. Goodbye, normal knife. You knew this day would come eventually. Alright, show off your training, James. One shot him. It is sufficient. What do we put in this guy's hands next? He's breaking everything he touches. Okay. Let's see. I don't really want to equip the mystic or the vital or the light stuff, which leaves my options at normal hammer, earth axe could be all right. He's definitely got way more experience with, yeah, because it's a blunt weapon. We're gonna give him the normal hammer so he can, I guess, focus on that skill. All right, let's check the end of this hallway, and then we'll attempt to jump down. You got anything for me there, buddy? Pistol rounds? I can't even hold more of those. What a bum. Nothing else in here? Truly, there is not. Oh well, now I know. I'm gonna be sad though if it doesn't let me jump down that hole. I have to backtrack. Don't do this to me. Thank you. Okay. Back to whipping out that map. This room says it's done, as does the next. Then we're in the doll freaks room. I guess I can try to give him the one doll I have. Yes, the one doll I have. And we'll see if they react to it in any way. Any codes in the torture room? Anybody scour your flesh with some additional floor puzzle codes? No? Seeing the corpse with a huge glass pane stabbed into it reminds me a bit of Haunting Grounds. For no particular reason. Yeah, I think this is the second normal hammer we found. Ooh. I should also try to look up whatever defines the rules for like items breaking. Spear. Cool, cool. As long as it's not like a mystic or vital spear. That seems so pointless, to be honest. Like the mystic and vital thing, weapons. Like I guess unless you wanna grind for it, like in like a boss fight, you're not gonna really want to spend a turn to switch to the weapon before you're allowed to attack and get like a paltry amount of, you know, health or mana back. Do you want to pull the green key away from them? Well, I would like to give them the doll. Okay, my friend was telling me there's a difference between the boss theme and the regular fight theme, and now I'm hearing it properly. Action items. Nah. We need to go. I need both dolls. I'm sure that second bastard doll is like sitting right past this floor puzzle. I just know it. But we still have the rest of this basement area to figure out. If we can find any more clues to the floor puzzle. This I'm sure I can still do nothing with. Yep, no container. I don't believe there's anything to see here. But I guess it is a good time to save. The people who were coming up with like the save sound effects back in the PlayStation 1 era were like playing a completely different game than anybody does now. You see a statue of a woman. Wow. Okay, that's it. That's all we got in here. Just a woman. And then over here, I believe, is a busted up door that I can't open. It's been destroyed. It can't be opened. Yep. That is a very final way of looking at it. It's the little twitchy dude. It's not really the case for this guy, but whenever a video game puts a little diminutive enemy by itself on the board, it always makes me think of like Tonberries and whether or not that's about the kind of action I'm going to get. In this case, not so much. In this case, it's just bullying. Bullying the zombie fetuses. The feti. I can't look at his name and not think Edward Plinkett. Another brooch. Oh no. A new evil has descended upon us. The inventory do be filling up. You can carry a limited number of items. Choose one item to throw away. I wish you told me which items were equipped items. Well, you know what? One way to think of that is... Where are you, my friend? I don't want this vital weapon. Go away. I'm not using you. I'll find out later that they're, like, unbelievably broken and I'm just dumb. But for now, fuck those. A fire brooch. Gives us a bit more int. Alright, who can make this into a pure positive? Not nobody, really. I don't think that's worth it. Doing enough damage on the spellcasters to not really be too worried about that. I don't see anything that's interactable in this hallway. Any of these wondrous religious treasures or whatever, artistic treasures that James was on about, and I can interact with. New? Man, I'm about to run straight out of luck. Just same old here. I swear to God, if those blue lines are trying to tell me, they're like, oh yeah, you need to walk between the lines, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. God, it takes so long to level spells, eh? I want satisfaction and I want it now. Congrats on your 8 AP. Could have swore I already leveled his agility up to 20. I feel like I'm losing my mind there. Alright, I got nothing going on for me in this room. And of course, in this room, there's a thing that definitely needs the acid. Unless I'm crazy. I can't carry any more items is quite the message to give me about a key item. The plaster's coming apart. It looks like water's coming down the wall. Is that from the save room? Not that it. I mean, I guess I'm glad I got another key item that I might have missed otherwise, but couldn't tell you what these, where to put these fellas. The goat and its surroundings are shown in fine detail. I bet you they are. It's not like two separate doors, is it? And no, apparently not. Still don't know what's going on with like that metal thing on the ground. I don't know if I'm supposed to take note of that or if it's just a little bit of extra detail. It has a different sound effect when you step on it. Pretty sure I cleared this room out. Yeah, it's funny. It must have been when I beat the boss here and reactivated the fountain. It washed away the plaster or whatever. Okay. Nothing to interact with here. I'm feeling like I'm supposed to just solve the gosh darn puzzle. I've been everywhere. I've done everything that I'm aware of. It really is just this dang room. What could this design on the floor mean? What indeed? See, it's hard to say if like, is it saying nobody cares about blue? Don't mess with blue. Can I diagonal walk onto this? And does it count? Oh my fucking god. You gotta be fucking kidding me. That kind of... Well, it was 98, but those are the lessons we learned with the puzzles like that. You really must be only able to do one temporary slot at a time. You really need to give feedback to indicate that like you're even interacting with the puzzle. Or else somebody does an entire loop of your map because it doesn't look like they are doing anything. Well, at least I didn't have to resort to a guide. I can say that much. my thinking was in the right place. I I overthought it maybe compared to what they wanted me to do. You telling me this isn't something I can look at on the ground here? Well, if they're putting scattered paper textures in the battle arena, I guess it might just be flavor. I wonder if the point where... I wonder if this is a game where it has, like, uh, some stats don't show, like, a specific, advancement until you reach, like, a certain breakpoint. Like, do I gotta get to 30 agility before Koudelka will cast immediately? Or is it counting every single point towards that, that turn order? We'll find out, I suppose, if I hit 30. I guess it's like kind of the double-edged sword of like playing games as you get older, uh having when you reach a point where you've played enough of them that you an ochre glass piece, interesting. Oh, this sucks. You start like thinking about how did they code this, instead of just being like, oh, I don't know how it works. Moving on with my life. Definitely something I'm glad that we aren't doing so much anymore is key items taking up a limited inventory. One day I'll even find the stained glass window that all this funny stuff goes to. It's locked. It looks like it would open if the 5 Greek letters are properly aligned. You're unlikely to be able to open it just by guessing, though. True. I'll try to keep my mind open for any Greek that I come across. The bricked off wall. It looks as though there might have been a door here once, but it's gone now. Silent Hill, I see you. I see you. I see you borrowing. Tell you what, I feel like I got a feeling that it's almost cutscene o'clock. Just feels like the kind of room for them to have a pleasant conversation with one another. Maybe even one where the poor aren't condemned to death. Alright, where you can knock this small child monster out in one hit, right? Yeah, you can. Way to go, big guy. Surely there's more going on here than rifle rounds. Interesting. Am I supposed to take note of the time? It's like 8. What's she say? Nothing out of the ordinary here? High potion. It's just wine. but that's okay. Koudelka's psychic power is activated in response to strong emanations. Is it a boss fight?
December 5, 1895. Rain. I found out that the
320 chickens and 43 pigs were purchased from a supplier in town.
Rain.
How I have been awaiting this day. In turn, the day to conduct Elaine's resurrection ceremony.
Now I only long to sleep in peace with my wife.
Elaine, I just want to make you happy. Will you marry me?
That woman was Lane. She summoned me here.
Oh, so that's who brought Koudelka here. I wasn't sure if we were thinking it was the child at first. No boss fight, though. I feel like I'm due for a boss fight. It looks like there's a wall here, weaker than other places. Perhaps there's something behind it. Well, I don't know. You're not giving me a prompt to break it. Ah yes, Frog, Scorpion, and Meat Boy. In our ongoing futile attempt to level up the rock spell. And attack Frog Boy, because I'd really rather not Koudelka lose an attack action. Look at the HP on the Meat Boy. One more level before I'll be able to find out about that breakpoint theory. Thank God some of this stuff stacks, though. Oh yeah, I'm kind of curious. Map, how we doing? We're doing pretty good, says the map. Is the game really gonna be like, oh, I think there might be something behind this wall, and then you just like go through the door like a normal person? Got too many key items. Goodbye, Mystic Short Sword. One of these days I'm gonna find the dang mirror that this goes to. Nada else in here? Alright. Oh. Yeah. Excellent. I was like, we're definitely gonna hit a point where like there's gonna be a lock or a puzzle where I've already gathered everything up. Something's not right. Now that's the boss fight message. It should be up here. To activate our next save point. Ooh. Now that's a pretty fucking cool design. Oh man, that's like the most fucked up Chimera kind of design. It's hard to tell, but it looked like it might have like the goat, lion, maybe snakehead thing going on. How do you feel about Rock Spell? Yeah, this is definitely a weird Chimera monster. Embrace chivalry, Edward. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like a traditional Chimera, like with the lion and the goat head and the snake head, but instead of like the normal form, it's kind of popping out of what probably used to be a person. Anyway, rock breath. Hope it's weak to rocks. It's not weak to them. Beat it with the shtick. I mean, that's Edward's job. He'll beat it with a hammer until he breaks the hammer. Like he's broken everything good about his life. So, if rocks was alright, how about tornado? Do you have an elemental weakness, my friend? Definitely resist that more than rocks. Do your worst. As long as it's to Edward or James and not me. Is that the sound of... No, it's still alive. I'm like, there's no way it's dead yet. All the boss designs in this game have actually been pretty great. Paralyzed poor Jamesy. Oh no. Anyway. How about a bath? How do you feel about getting a bath? Hates baths. Oh no. I gave the family dog a bath and it died. Whoops. Icon's crown. That's another thing. I've got like so many icon key items at this point that I'm just expecting to run into a puzzle that's fully solved. Ooh. There we go. Alright, what about the suspicious looking plant? There's an unusual plant growing in the cracks of the bookcase. You can feel a faint pulse from it. It's a cutscene plant.
This one's Mylius. And Lamsbrick. And Michael Mayer. And Kunras Amphitheatrum Sapientiae Eterni. What a collection of books.
May I ask you something? What are all these?
Ancient books on mysticism and alchemy. Ancient science. It's enticing, really. It's all about making gold from lead. It's just a ruse peddled by power-hungry tricksters blinded by greed. But in amongst the trash, there are some valuable works illustrating basic, useful experiments for predicting the laws of nature. Predicting a time when all men will be treated equally. God's will.
As long as they're not poor.
No room for this argument nowadays.
James.
Hermeticism, Kabbalah, meaningless. Why is it not here?
What?
Where else can it be?
Are you looking for something?
I don't understand. I don't understand.
You don't understand. I don't understand. What are you grumbling about? You're acting really strange. Just cut the charade and tell us what's going on.
I do not like this. We all have our reasons. Let's not delve into each other's personal affairs.
I am not bound to please thee with my answers.
Do all men kill the things they do not love?
Hate any man, the thing he would not kill?
And I thought all outlaws read just simple, stupid poets. You read Shakespeare. You're smarter than you look.
That makes two of us.
I guess that's as close as these two are going to get to a bonding moment. I do really appreciate that they gave James sort of a nuanced take on alchemy and alchemical practices, because it's very common, like, with a modern lens to think, well, alchemy, magic, the religious people would be categorically against it. But not actually true. Like, a lot of alchemical work was done by, if not people of the clergy, then people who are highly religious. Seems like I'm not getting anything off of this plant, though. So it's cool to see James sort of being aware of that kind of history, and that ultimately, like, nobody ended up doing a whole lot with alchemy in the real world. So I came in here, I turned on the water, and I well noted that there's a pulsing plant in the corner. And I have to assume that that cutscene was necessary to see, but kind of expected to get an item or something out of here. Maybe turning on the water will affect some other change. It's weird that Koudelka points out that the wall is thin, but like we won't do anything about it. Oh, yeah, I have a stone tablet that can be used here. Starting the printing press after inserting the stone tablet creates a strong vibration, causing the wall behind the press to fall down. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll take it. It's real adventure game logic, but I'll take it. The press prints the original map, a map of the old monastery, which was inscribed on the stone tablet. So I've updated my map and committed more vandalism. Yeah, I see. Here's all the extra space now present and available. Although the top floors look about the same. Which is fine. Oh, no. What's that? Blue? There's a blue key, too? Oh, boy. I guess you gotta have your full RGB key set. Wouldn't it be prudent to stop short? What's all this now? Bowgun ammo. Sure. Disc. Yes, I will take the disc. Triangular hallway. Try a random battle. New bad folks. Bird and... I don't know. Man with pants. Casting rock on Bird would be preposterous. Swat it out of the sky, Eddie. This pigeon's dynamite. The wettest advance. Oh, sorry about your turn, James. I guess it's a crow, not a pigeon. It's just kind of a dumpy crow. Alright, I will cast Rocket Bird. I lied. Okay. I don't know what part of me thought that, like, oh, well, it's flying, so it won't be affected by earth magic. I guess I played Pokemon, and now I've been brain poisoned. Level 30 agility. Let's see if we get what we want. Is this openable? Sure frickin' ain't. The left nave. I want to see where we're at on the map. Okay, makes sense. Probably want to hit the room to our left before we push forward. What's all this then? A relief piece. More key items. Stained glass room. Can I maybe use some of these glass pieces I've been accruing? Yes, I can. One shy. Oh, wait a minute. Those are Greek letters. This probably will help open that locked safe back in the main portion. Once I get the final piece. Is there a way other? Is one way? It's okay. Well, it's one way-ish. There's definitely another room attached here, but I'm just not allowed in yet. That may be another function of solving the glass. The door won't open. Looks like it's been designed with some trick mechanism. Trick, say? Well, now I feel like I gotta go back and snap a picture of that glass window. So shocked that Rock hasn't leveled up yet. Also, Koudelka definitely did not get to cast right away, so that dream is still a ways off. Really? Oh, okay. We take that. It's gonna be real sad when his hammer breaks. Hey, finally went up. Took a while. I can focus on leveling Tornado. I don't know what the max level for magic is in this game, but part of me feels like once I get everything to level 2, maybe I should just like hard focus on one spell to try and make it be everything it can be, because I'll have sort of covered my my bases there. All right, let's snap a picture. There we go. So I can't progress forward just yet. This one has the locked door. Correct. All right. Let's go find that locked cabinet or whatever. I may be able to brute force any final combination pieces with the info I have, assuming the info I have even fits with it. Clock, we're still not doing anything? Okay. I believe it was through this door. It looks like this is the kind of room where it looks like there's so much that you should be able to interact with. Okay. What do you... No. It's not even going to let me try. Oh, that sucks, man. You gotta let me at least try. Hmm. Clearly got another room that we should be able to access. Well, okay, let's see. I still don't have the means to get the green key. I don't have enough glass pieces to solve the glass puzzle. I have not found an icon to put the icon stuff on. A large metal disc with teeth on it, meant to be used with a gramophone. I guess that's technically a disc, yeah. Was there any room where it felt... Can I recall any room that would have had a gramophone in it? That's a tall order. I'm trying to remember that. Does this room have a gramophone? That would be fine too. No. Does not. Just a ball, baby. Gramophone. I don't think I've run into one yet, but that's the kind of thing where it's kind of hard to say. Not for James then? Okay. Let me think. The clock still didn't want any interaction, even though it looks like a very interactable item. She talked about the plant, but I don't think I've picked up anything that would really work with the plant. Piece from a wall relief depicting a pope of some sort. Is there any other way? It really doesn't look like there's another way into the old large section in the back here. Like, everything on the top except for the room with the save is like not accessible as far as I know. In the bottom left corner here, that was where the locked gate was, so I can't get over there. I can't get to the door to the big room because of some sort of trick contraption. I didn't see anything to interact with. It might be related to the glass. Huh. And then we've got a few isolated upstairs, downstairs sections here. What? Is that purely ambient clockery? Or is it telling me I should go? There's no way, right? That's got to be ambient. Like, it's got to be watching a system clock or something. No way it would count on me, like, standing in a room puzzling over something. Son of a bitch, Bison. What do we have here? Ah, the relief. Is that going to open the door? No commento. Why can I hop down here if I can't go any farther down? Interesting. I think that it made it sound a bit like that brick wall was being slid back. What the hell? The entire bas relief section opened up? Well, what am I supposed to do with that? How do I get to there? Maybe it impacts something unseen. Oh, no. Maybe I can just climb up. Maybe it's not clear. By the way, I love this little guy. He reminds me of the little gray alien guys from Bloodborne. I forget what they're called. Star Spawn? I don't know. Little goobers. Okay. Maybe I can just climb up from where I was. Climb, Koudelka. Moment of truth here. It works! The music box suddenly starts playing by itself. Oh no. I don't think I like the looks of this. Oh, it's a memory game. Is there a way to trigger the music box, maybe, to play again for me? Do I have to, like, leave and come back? Nope. What noise is that? Was that not it? Let's hear it again. No, not down. Up. So I'm pretty sure. I thought I did that pattern already. The music box has stopped playing and appears broken. You throw away the music box. Fuck the music box. Damn, that's so cold. Alright, well, is this door open now? Ooh.
What is that?
It's a vampire. Audio balance.
Is that just a mummy? Cross your fingers.
That was disappointing.
Holy Savior! The secret of the Fomors from the bottom of the sea. Immigrate!
What? Crypt Keeper?
Did you say immigrate document? What do you know about the immigrate document? Where is it? Answer me!
Immigrate document? Is that what you've been looking for? Hey, you crotchety old fart! I am sick of this. You don't want to talk? Fine. I'll slit your holy throat and leave your body for the rats.
Edward?
I have no choice.
Pulling the leash.
Here it is. I'm on instructions direct from the Vatican. There is a manuscript. It's said to be somewhere in the building.
And that manuscript is?
Right. It's called the immigrate document.
Is it very important?
For hundreds of years, it was kept deep inside the Vatican library. No one was allowed to read it, In fact, many people thought it didn't even exist.
That's weird. So why is it here now?
Somebody stole it.
Stolen? From the Vatican?
Right.
No way.
Not many people could steal a thing like that from the Vatican. You really have to know the place, or have enough money. According to our secret investigation, however, the wealthy gentleman who purchased this monastery bribed someone within the Vatican to steal the immigrate document for him.
Wealthy gentleman?
Yes. Patrick Hayworth. My friend.
But it's not like it was priceless art or something. Why would he be interested in a thing like that?
For years, Patrick has dabbled in mysticism and alchemy. He's on the brink of crossing the line, playing God.
Playing God?
Creating life, Edward. It's thought that the ancient druids' forbidden secrets on eternal life and resurrecting the dead are contained in the immigrate document.
I can't believe that.
Of course, it's just
The
silly
Druids.
superstition. That's why I'm here, to try to convince Patrick to drop his dangerous experiments and return the immigrate document to the Vatican.
Wow. You'd never guess that a lunatic like that was living here by looking at the place.
According to the caretakers, he lives in the building next to the temple.
They said that?
Yes, they're terrified. With all the crazy things going on around here now. They haven't even seen Patrick, yet they feel indebted to him. They've asked me here to see if I can save him.
So that's your story?
I don't know. One more mystery that needs unraveling.
Okay, but can we come back to the talking corpse? Evidently, we cannot. No more comment shall be made about the talking corpse. Ah, there's the the final mirror piece. The corpse has said, "Oh, but I wanted to say more. He had a funny voice. I'm partial to dead bodies that have funny voices." Nothing worse than a self-serious zombie. I really love the idea of, like, he's upside down, but he's like, he walks upside down. I don't know what that is about that concept. I think is effective as like a monster design. I'd imagine him like on a ceiling and not on a void, but still. Damn. Shot her in the face twice. Somebody level up. Alright, well, I'll take an axe too. Okay, anything else for me in here? God, a whole... Oh no, that's just the way back. Huh. Okay. Right, I guess that makes sense. We're next to the room with the locked Greek character chest, but I don't think I'm going to be able to solve for that until I complete the glass mural, stained glass. What's it? The who's it, the how's it? Alright, let's see what happens. And before this advances, we get a picture of the full picture. After the last piece of the glass is inserted, the door to the next room unlocks. Oh, that's helpful that they're like, by the way, in case you forgot. By the next room, they must mean into the big ol' room. But I am going to go solve that chest first. I think, especially these days, like, the concept of remakes is, like, becoming increasingly hateful to me. But I do admit I would not mind, like, a RE1 remake style glow up for this game, just because I think the mansion is pretty cool looking, and it would be nice to see it in higher fidelity. But I still want it to be pre-rendered. I just wanted it to be... That's a funny noise. I just want it to be higher resolution pre-render. Want nothing changed but that. All right. Show me the money. Oh, I don't even get to do it myself. Interesting. This was very odd. Very odd that they would just have it auto-solve. I'm not gonna complain, I suppose, but... Okay, we got some letters in the box. The box has Happy Birthday written on it and holds a corsage of dried flowers that crumple when you touch them. The letters are all signed Sophia Delata. Would you like to pick up the item? Heck yeah. You got Sophia's letter. That's it? Just some crummy letter? Not like a gun or a hammer or a gun hammer? I guess I'll read her stupid letter. Sophia's letter number 1. My dearest daughter, Charlotte. That's got to be our kid ghost. As I sit in silence, struggling to write this letter to you in English, I sense the arrival of winter is near at Arden Castle. I feel it makes me a bad mother since I am unable to make you happy. I cannot lament enough how my selfish affair has entangled so many people, including you, my dear, who were sent to Wales to encounter many sorrowful experiences. I probably will never see you, nor your brother, nor your sister again. But one thing that will not change is that you are my beloved daughter. You are the daughter of the man whom I loved from the bottom of my heart, Philippe Christopher. So I guess we can throw these at the ghost next time we see it. And be like, no, your mom loved you. And she'll be like, oh, gee, thanks. Passing on now. Bye. And she'll go to the other side. And you know what? Maybe Edward will even cry. James will make some disparaging remark about her mother, though. Causing the haunting to rebound. Alright, let's see what's behind the big-ass door. Then I'll probably... Shorter stream, but I'll probably wrap up not long afterwards. I'm getting Devil May Cry 1 vibes. Shall we fight a magma scorpion spider thing here? I suppose it's too soon for that. We gotta get to the PlayStation 2 before we can do that. Only one hit, Edward? Gotta finish the job. Ooh, that's low. Guess they're rock babies. Okay, that's kind of cool how, like, they've got one itty-bitty tiny misshapen leg. Or was it standing on its arm? I don't even know with this little freak. Apply a mild shock to the baby. Overkill. Overkill, Edward. I love every time it pans to the priest and he's got the most demonic looking spear. Okay. Kind of tempted to see what's going on in the courtyard. That would be this way, I think. Oh, that looks like a dead body. Got anything for me? Usually they do. Not today. That's poor corpse etiquette. Always have something. There's something moving behind you. They're like, no, no. No, just get back. Get back here, you. Get to the end of the hall. I've done it as you asked, game. bodes ill. You can see the interior room through a crack in the wall. A church of some kind. However, an unusual plant blocks you from going any further. Okay. I saw the plant. I've taken all the tiny steps down.
What the? What's that bell?
Just the passing of another day. Oh no, today's All Saints' Day.
What the fuck?
The spiritual energy is coming together. What power? It's like a monster.
What? What's happening? This can't be. No! Koudelka!
What? I gotta fight it by myself? Cool little demon gargoyle man, though. I don't know. If I was a loser like him, I'd probably be weak to water. Oh, what did the miss? The miss! Is this gonna be a scripted fight? I think he's gonna dodge all the... Feeling like this fella's gonna dodge everything. Feeling like this is a bit of a scripted boss battle. But we'll entertain it. We'll cast every spell. Yeah, if you want to level my magic up too while I'm at it, be my guest. All right, I've tried every element. He's not into it. I don't know. Should I fortify vitality in case I'm supposed to be like surviving a big hit? It's either that or I have to hit escape. Oh, escape works. Okay. Will I escape into a cutscene? Oh, no, just to where I was trying to get anyway. What am I... Oh, I'm not stuck on anything. It's just... It's how stairs work. Hey! Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I was hoping I would get to Disc 3 today. Boy, just slid that into my my PlayStation. Okay. Oh, darn. Hey, I remember you guys from earlier in the game. Since I'm stuck alone, they probably aren't putting forth the strongest of enemies. Oh, oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. That looks like it might be a real safe spot, but God knows. Okay. Just out of curiosity, though. No. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. I think that's going to do it for me today. A little bit on the shorter side, but I want to try to push through the puzzle that was driving me crazy and get to disc 3. I would have gotten there a lot goddamn quicker if I had correctly interpreted what the limits were for that floor puzzle. But still, pretty satisfied. To anybody who swung by, super appreciate it. Chatters, lurkers, whomever. And until next time, have a good evening, morning, whatever it happens to be for you. Alrighty. Peace.